The Alberta Medical Association says long ER wait times are part of a crisis in hospitals. And for people at home, it can make it difficult to know when to go in and to see a doctor and when to stay home. For advice, we welcome Dr. Shazma Mithani, who is an ER doctor. Good morning, Shazma. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So what are your wait times like in your ER?
They can be several hours. I just worked a 6 a.m. shift yesterday. By the time I got in, there were already over 70 people in the waiting room. And unfortunately, that means that many of these people, unless it's like a life-threatening emergency where we always get those people in right away, they could be waiting in excess of 4 to 8 hours even sometimes.
So at what point should we actually go into the ER?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it's important for people to remember that we do have resources to help you decide. So 811 or HealthLink is an excellent resource. There is a misconception that they send everybody into Emerge, but they are staffed with nurses, with doctors like myself. I actually work with 811 as well. And they can really help you decide, unless it's like a life-threatening thing that you're worried about, like chest pain or shortness of breath or signs of a stroke or a severe headache, things like that. Always call 911. But if you're not sure, then absolutely call 811 and they can help you navigate when to go in or where to go to.
Okay, so when should we stay home and seek other treatment?
If you have, cough or cold symptoms, which is still very common right now during this season, it is absolutely okay to manage that at home with fluids, with fever medication, with pain medication. But if you have any of those red flag symptoms that I just mentioned, definitely important to get seen. And if you're ever unsure, please come to the Emerge. We'll always help you get sorted out.
Okay, so we're going to switch to a very interesting topic here. You said that there are things that you avoid letting your kids do. What are those things?
So ATVs and snowmobiles are a big no. Trampoline parks, we have lots of rules around sleepovers as well, and making sure that our kids are comfortable and age appropriate. And then lots of activities where you might not think to wear a helmet, we make sure that they do wear helmets. So like tobogganing, ice skating, not just bicycles. Skiing, snowboarding, those are all things that require helmets too.
Right. Better be safe than sorry, right? Let's really focus in on the trampoline parks here, because especially we're a winter city. Parents, when it's minus 35 out with the wind chill, you don't want to go outside, but you want to let your kids burn off some energy. We get that.
Yep.
But why not trampoline parks?
Yeah, so I'll clarify by saying, like, if it's a backyard trampoline at a friend's house, I'm okay with that, with like 1, maybe 2 other kids in there that's enclosed. Those are much lower risk than these trampoline parks. And so the trampoline parks have trampolines everywhere. They have foam pits, lots and lots of kids. And so I see a lot of injuries. I work in the pediatric Emerge at the Stollery. A lot of injuries coming in for trampoline parks. So broken bones, knee injuries, head injuries, and even in more severe cases, spinal cord injuries. And these are quite significant injuries that can have big impacts on the lives of kids. And for me, everything in medicine is risk-benefit. And so the risks for me definitely outweigh any sort of benefit from a trampoline park.
So on average, how many injuries from a trampoline park would you see?
Oh, like several in a month for sure.
Wow, yeah, and that's too many. What about sleepovers? You're talking about how maybe there should be an age limit to when you can send your kids, even if you trust these people, on when you can send your kids. Why is that?
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that, when we talk about, unwanted touch, inappropriate contact, these are things that often happen with people that we know when it comes to our kids. And so for us, I am pretty strict with my kids in terms of sleepovers. Like my son is 7, my daughter is 10. They've only just started going to sleepovers in the last year or two, and always with trusted families that we've known for a very, very long time. Lots of conversations, especially with my daughter because she's older and going to more sleepovers, about what is okay, what isn't. And so a lot of that has to do with where their maturity is at. So there's no like hard and fast age, but where your child's maturity is at, what kind of conversations you can have leading up to and after the sleepover. Always making sure that they are able to like verbalize their boundaries, and that you can trust that they're going to come and tell you if anything does happen. And so it kind of is situation dependent and then family dependent as well.
Yeah, so keep the dialogue open, essentially. Thank you so much, Shazma, for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much for having
interesting.
me.
Okay, Dr. Mithani is a co-host of the Doc Talk podcast. You can find her on Instagram at Dr. Shazma Mithani.